Hello, I hope you are well. Last few days, I have produced videos on NPV and IRR. Have you watched the videos? I hope you have good time watching and learning so far. Today, we move one step ahead. We are going to learn a slightly more advanced Excel function known as XNPV and XIRR. By the way, what is XNPV and XIRR? How useful are they? How different are these functions from the conventional NPV and IRR? Well, we are going to find out together. Stay tuned. The XNPV and XIRR function calculate the NPV and the IRR for a series of cash flows received on specific dates. They are especially useful for calculating NPV and IRR when the dates are unevenly spaced. The key strength of these two functions is the timing of the cash flows can be incorporated into the analysis. Take note of this formula. It shows how annual interest rate is converted into daily interest rate with compounding effect considered. The XNPV and XIRR transform annual rate to daily rate. These two functions work by discounting each cash flow at the daily rate. Let's look into an example. Assuming today is 31st December 2020 time 0. This investment project requires an initial investment of 2,000. The cash inflows for the next 5 years are 1,000. Our objective is to calculate the XNPV and XIRR. After that, we will compare the results with the conventional NPV and IRR. Let's start. Now I'm going to show you how to compute XNPV. The steps are very simple and straightforward. Let's do it together. First, I'm going to calculate NPV. I type equal NPV, open bracket, point the discount rate, comma, highlight the value from first year to the fifth year, close bracket, add back the initial cash flow of 2,000, negative 2,000, enter, and this is the answer for NPV. Next, I'm going to calculate XNPV. I type equal XNPV, open bracket, point the discount rate of 10%, comma, highlight the value of cash flow from year 0 to year 5, comma, highlight the dates, close bracket, enter. This is the answer for XNPV. The value of XNPV is lower than NPV. As the value of XNPV and NPV are not the same, I'm going to reconcile the differences. XNPV discount cash flow on daily basis. NPV discount cash flow on annual basis. So, first, I will calculate the daily discount rate. I'm going to type equal, open bracket, 1 plus the annual rate of 10%, close bracket, power of open bracket, 1 divided by 365, close bracket, minus 1. The daily discount rate is 0.0261%. Here I'm going to calculate the number of days between two dates. This is done by taking the latest date minus the previous date. I'm going to, the first answer is 0. Next, I'm going to type equal the recent date minus the previous date. Enter. There are 365 days between these two dates. After that, I'm going to put my cursor here and drag all the way down for the rest of the answer. Cumulative day is the number of days since the beginning of the period. The first value is 0. The next value is equal 0 plus this figure. Enter. Alright, then I'm going to drag down for the rest of the days. Alright, next I'm going to calculate the present value based on XNPV concept. The value is obtained by equal cash flow divided by open bracket 1 plus the daily discount rate close bracket power by number of cumulative days. I'm going to fix the reference cell for interest rate by typing F4. Enter. This is the value. I'm going to put my cursor here and drag all the way down to obtain the rest of the cash flow. After that, I'm going to total all the cash flow. I'm going to type equal SUM, open bracket, and highlight all the cash flow. Close bracket, enter, and this is the value for net present value. This value is same as the value calculated with the XNPV function. I'm going to do the same here to calculate the present value based on NPV. I'm going to type equal cash flow divided by open bracket 1 plus the annual discount rate of 10%, close bracket, power of year. Alright, year is 0 here. I'm going to type F4 here to fix the reference cell for interest rate. Enter. After that, I'm going to drag all the way down for the rest of the present value. I'm going to drag this across so that I can sum the cash flow together. Alright, this value is the same as the value here. That is how NPV function in Excel calculate present value of all the future cash flow. I hope you can truly understand how the Excel function works from this manual demonstration. The more we understand how the Excel function works, the better we can master the skill to use it. In this section, I'm going to calculate IRR and XIRR. The steps are very simple and straightforward. I will compare both results. First, I type equal IRR, open bracket, highlight the values, close bracket, enter, and there's the answer for IRR. Next, I would like to calculate XIRR. I type equal XIRR, open bracket, highlight the values of the cash flow, comma, highlight the dates as well. Close bracket, enter. That's the answer of XIRR. Note that XIRR works by discounting each cash flow at the daily rate using the actual number of days. XIRR is slightly lower than IRR. I will show you why. Here we already have the information on the number of days and number of cumulative days. I will do a discounting to find the present value of each cash flow. Recall that IRR is a discount rate that gives us 0 NPV. We are going to look into how IRR and XIRR discount cash flow differently. IRR discount at annual interest rate, whereas XIRR discount cash flow at daily rate. I'm going to calculate the daily rate. I'm going to type equal, open bracket, 1 plus annual rate of XIRR, close bracket, power, open bracket, 1 over 365 days, close bracket, minus 1. The daily rate is 0.09%. I shall make use of the daily rate to discount the cash flow for present value. Here, I type equal, point the cash flow, divide by, open bracket, 1 plus daily rate, close bracket, power by number of cumulative day. I'm going to fix the reference cell for daily rate, so I press F4, enter, and this is the present value of the cash flow. I'm going to put my cursor here and drag all the way down to repeat the calculation for the rest of the cash flow. After that, I'm going to calculate NPV. I'm going to sum all the cash flow together. So we are going to type equal SUM, open bracket, and highlight all the cash flow together, close bracket. The value of the NPV is 0. This matches the concept of XIRR. Next, I'm going to calculate the NPV using the IRR methodology. I'm going to type equal, point the cash flow, divide by, open bracket, 1 plus IRR annual rate, close bracket, power of year, power of 0, enter. Alright, before that, let me put a reference cell for the interest rate. Let's fix the reference cell. Enter. Alright, after that, I'm going to drag all the way down for the rest of the cash flow. Alright, I also want to sum all this cash flow together. I can drag across the formula. Alright, the summation or the NPV using the IRR method is also 0. This matches the concept of IRR calculation. To sum up our learning, you can be as creative as you like. There are definitely more than one way to present the working. As long as your theoretical foundation is strong, certainly you can get the correct answer. Practice makes perfect. Instead, Excel modeling has room for creativity and exploration, as long as you are willing to spend time to explore and try out. Some people say that mathematics modeling is abstract and difficult. I believe once we truly see this reality, we can transcend it. Only through practice that mathematics modeling no longer difficult. All the best in your learning. Thank you and goodbye.